Hello all, hope you is goo. Welcome back to EU4 and Switzerland. So we're currently at war with the Pope. 6 years before the golden date of the Swiss Guard. But, you know, it is what it is. This is an alt universe, I've said this before. However, this isn't such an alt universe that I'll be converting religion. We are staying Catholic. I'm currently the defender of the faith, and I plan to keep it that way. I also still have quite a few, you know what, let's buy indulgence. No, let's not buy indulgence. Stop right there, criminal scum. I want to keep my money, but look at all the cardinals. It's good stuff. I'm sure that the Pope will stop assigning me cardinals though. A little disappointing. I mean, sure, quite a few of the cardinals have been from when I've taken land, but we'll see. And let's lose 8 prestige over 1 stability. That is a no-brainer. So, remove relations with Bavaria. Trent will give me their province. Thank you. Excellent. Nice little mountain fort. The Pope, bear in mind I'm 59%, so I get the lion's share of this, I suppose. I'll humiliate war reps. Do I take the money? I'll get 200 ducats. Yeah, that helps pay for a thing. Let's do 5 less, and then we'll transfer trade power. So I take everything with the exception of a couple ducats more than what I should have done. But again, that's not really a problem, because I can just I've still got enough to make a manufactory, and now I just take these, and now I border Croatia. I need just a bit more before I can core Farast. This next month worth of admin will do the trick. Or, you know, extra. This month's extra admin will do the trick. And Croatia just can't join the coalition because I'm +3 relations with them. I mean, I'm just over the 50 growth expansion, but if you've got positive relations, they don't join the coalition. So, yeah. Just something to bear in mind with the AI behaviours. Really? Let's keep drilling, and I've got 4 more years until the Austrian War. I want to make a couple more claims if I can. But yeah, the plan will then be to take on the rest of Croatia and border the Ottomans. They're gonna hate me. They also ally France. I'm going to make France annul their alliance with the Ottomans, actually. I can do that soon. Or what I can do is I can keep the alliance together. If the Ottomans ever declare war on me, France will join my side. And then I'll just merc heavily against the Ottomans and win. You can see we're a bit snaky, but as long as we don't have a port, I don't mind. France want access, you absolutely can. And now I can call Diet Diet, which I would like to do so that I gain Diplo power. And it lets me roll in another agenda. Once it's off cooldown, so let's make a couple more workshops. And Bern have a manufactory. I think it's Bern where I'm building my manufactory. Yeah, we're good. So let's seize more land from the estates. And now plants me firmly over 50% rather than this close but not quite shenanigans. You can see that my deving's already relatively cheap, so we're getting pretty okay with it. Let's see. Culture adjacency. Culture adjacent. Culture adjacent. And then is this one? This one's culture adjacent. Thanks to Cremona. Apparently. Even though it shouldn't be thanks to Cremona. What? How did you get culture adjacency bonus from oh, whatever. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna say cool, cheaper cultures and move on. Right. Croatia have Nitra, Poland and the Papal State as allies. I'm not gonna take Croatia just yet. Austria will be the priority. And I know there'd be time, but like Poland, fighting Poland, that will be a little bit lengthy. So I'd rather just make sure that fighting Austria is make sure that Austria dealt with as a more higher priority individual. That was the one that's going to take the effort and energy. Also note that while I took out some of the Austrian units, meaning that their force limit is reduced, I have only been increasing mine. By virtue of taking their land for myself to increase my own force limits, and whatever else. I could do some regimental camps to get my force limit higher, but I think we're fine. I'm still like 7 units over my force limit and I'm racking up nearly 20 extra ducats a month. I think I could shoulder the expense of shoulder the extra expense of another Merc company or two without too much issues if needs be. For the meantime, I'd also love it if France could take on my debts. But I don't think they're going to. However, they don't have to because I could be self-sufficient here. Let's repay all loans. Nice. We'll grab one more corruption loan. And let's re-roll this guy. No, not re-roll like keep them going. I meant like let's roll up another person, sorry. Let me specify properly. Occitan Statesman joins my court for half price. Nah, I'll take the bonuses in the area. Now I can only have 2 of the bonuses, but that's fine. And hey, my new guy's also an entrepreneur. They're also on the older side though. They're even older than the last dude, who I thought is a bit old to be keeping around. So that's gonna account for something. I need to undrill with this guy because he's gonna move into Intal when the time comes. And my fort on Intal has actually finished being constructed. So it's now a defensible, I don't know, fortified province? Yeah. It's a fortified province now, so that's good to know. I can grab more tax buildings. Excellent. Great stuff. Chaos at court. Negative court pulse event. It's fine. It's really not an issue to me. I would, however, like to take Crane. So I now have all the claims on provinces that border me that are inland for Austria. Remember, I'm not taking Trieste because the plan is no coastal provinces. While I may have already done Switzerlake, I want to keep that condition on me. I don't know, just for the memes, really. Just because I can. I can also make some claims on Hungary and take a little bit of the Hungarian land if I so desired. Let's put a diplomat onto neighbouring countries. And the second one actually. I will, when the time gets closer, revoke a diplomat so I know I have it ready for when the peace comes by. Unless I do the usual thing and space out and forget. You know how it goes. / you know how I am. I like to just derp around and Say I'm going to pay attention to something and then just fail it when it actually comes to it. Muscovy, you're not Tech 10 yet. You did take Never from Denmark, so you can form Russia now. I've got religious and quality. Meanwhile, I've done Merc and Court fully, and I'm halfway through infrastructure. Pretty nice. And yeah, that Merc company absolutely destroyed the rebels. So back to drilling we go for a couple years. I think I've taken the main opportunistic war that I felt would have been good. Also annoyingly, from Venice I can only take Verona and Zagreb right now. Everything else is coastal. But I'm not taking them on right now because they're in my coalition. So that's fine. Incident in the Empire. The Hansa. Blah blah blah. Let's say we have no obligation to the Hansa. Or I could say declare an embargo against Denmark. Nah, they normally just go, we have no obligation to the Hansa. That's the usual outcome for that, that one? That incident? Mayhaps, perchance? Well, let's prop up the game speed a little bit. I think I'll root out corruption slightly quicker here. Let's go up to say 10 ducats a month-ish. I can get behind that. Means I'm still earning a fair chunk a month. And then I need to spend some money. And then accept Brittany's request for money. Good stuff. Haven for refugees. So I'm going to get another yearly prestige again. So keep my prestige nice and high. Thank you. Movement speed. And a reduced cost on my centre of trade upgrades, which is very nice actually. So the next one's the state gov cap, fort maintenance, and construction time, and then expand admin cost. Yeah, I can get behind all that. That's looking pretty good. Don't worry, I'll be breaking alliance with France soon enough. I'll probably use them against Austria once more, maybe twice more, and then I'll build up the favours to make them a no alliance with the Ottomans, and then I'll fight France by annulling their alliance with me. There is some sort of plan that goes something like that in here. I don't quite know exactly the full plan, but that's part of it. All I know is that I'm keeping on all the forts. I'm not going to mothball any right now. I could be earning more money, but fort maintenance is going to crash down even further. So, Merc, Court, Infrastructure, Economic, Defence. Didn't I say this was potentially going to be trade? Maybe. I also could have just memed and gone Maritime and Naval. For Perpetual Deer of Dortmund. Also makes Dortmund a prime target for anyone wishing to do harm to the Empire. Perpetual Deer. So they get development cost and prestige. Damn. Also, look at that. Extra money for a little bit of Republican tradition. How nice. That will garner some extra income for me. I should have waited until I finished economic ideas if I were to have built more manufactories, but we'll be getting loads more provinces in the campaign, so don't worry. Just because the manufactories I'm building here won't help my development doesn't mean that other provinces won't be developed as a result of it. If you get my drift. When the separatism goes away, I'm definitely going to be converting Austrian. Right, February 25. So next year, this time next year, I need to have a spare diplomat. So let's have a little look here. Grain, Gauze, Switzerlake, Graz. Let's claim Somogy. Sounds like they got a bit wet. No, it's not quite soggy, but it does sound a little bit like soggy. Also realised if I take Pest, I can get out and into Polish lands like after this next war. So I could take, I don't know, Gauze, Crane, Switzerlake, Graz, Sopron. This province, I'm not going to try and pronounce for lest I butcher it. Pest. And then see what extra war score I get. I'm sure Vienna is currently going to be off the table, considering it's 43% war score. And I'm already looking at quite a bit of war score, but don't sweat the small stuff, right? Let's continue building churches. It's looking good. And Württemberg doesn't want to... whatever, Württemberg. Don't worry. I have permanent claims on your provinces in case you forgot. And look at that. Look who became Tech 10 in their admin. So, Aragon's been inherited. Expo expansion, aristocratic. Yeah. Not too far off from the norm. Good stuff, Spain. You hate me right now, but honestly, I'd really quite like you as an ally, because I'm never going to take your land. I suppose when I un-ally France, that's when I can get Spain. I can go, screw you France, hello Spain kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll call another bureaucrat candidate. Please be a decent stat. Spy network construction. Intricate web weaver's not like terrible, but it's not great either. So Augsburg, Bavaria, Lorraine, Württemberg and Siena. Instead of co-belligerate them, I could just take... I mean, these two together equal 46%. Translate that to 92% war score. So I could take Firenze and Bologna and be done with Siena forever. Then be ready to take Perugia and Arezzo and Spoleto from the Pope. Declare myself complete in Italy. And then move outwards in other directions. I have had worse ideas. Let's build more workshops for more money. Quite a few bits of building in my nation right now though, which is quite nice. So, let's see here. I think I need to dedicate about 25k troops to Siena. Or do I need to play on the defensive side for this war again? There will be a lot of troops once more. I may have to play defensively. Let's be central in my nation with these guys. Central in this kind of nation is a little difficult to work out right now, but that's about it. March. Siena have 14k, so yeah, 23k will be about right. If not a little bit overkill, but I'd rather it be overkill and then be able to come up and reinforce quicker. April. May. We'll go to June, then I'll bring the game speed down. Don't know if I want to take the state governing cost just yet. I think I need to save admin for when I'm about to call. Don't forget the loading screen tutorial tips. Be careful to use all your admin while you're at war. You may need it to core up. Right, let's bring the game speed down. Let's revoke from Salzburg. And I'm just going to sit and wait. I'm not going to be caught off guard here. We've been waiting plenty long enough for this. I want to be in on day one. No chance to get in the coalition. Croatia is the subject of Switzerland. Nah. I think I'd take the mission for Zurich, honestly. Right. 1st July. Truce expired with Bohemia and Burgundy as well. What a coincidence. Anyway, bring in England, France and Brittany. It was the reverse from where I clicked for what I was talking about. Do not think about it too hard. Let's go for Graz. Graz, this one, not Gauze. And go. So, of course, Austria took Ferrara back under their thumb. My force limit has come back up. Do I take on immediately another army? And I could go for this one here. It's got 3 cannons. Schwarzgard would actually be really good. I want that later though, I think. Lava is already in our possession. So this home guard have got really big really quick. Look at that, 27 troops already. Swiss Home Guard costs no army professionals and when recruited. Wow, much like everything else, huh? You know what, let's take the Grand Company, really? Do we just go 30 over force limit? Let's just buy it and see what happens. If I go stupidly under in my income, I'll get rid of it. -8 ducats a month. That is actually passable. That is legit passable. So I'm going to keep them around for this war. Let's go deal with the likes of my enemies. Great descriptor. Bregenz actually isn't in this war this time because they're not allied to Austria anymore. Baden, Bavaria and Memmingen. They'll probably join the coalition while this is going on though. So let's have... The 11k will go deal with Augsburg. These guys join up together. Because Bavaria and Bohemia are joining up, it looks like. France will have Burgundy under wraps. And look at that, they're all running away because I'm starting to walk towards them. And I thought I was in battle, but actually it was just Constance with their rebels. Yeah, everyone's moving off. What are their tech levels? 10 and 10. So I've not got that much of an advantage for seeing as I'm tech 11. But I'm going to see what happens if I just push in. I think they're going to ignore the battle because it's just such a quick overkill. Yep. Lovely. Same for Augsburg. I might have to pull away from Augsburg right now though. Not the units, the province of. Nah, actually we're good. Let's just keep the momentum rolling. Into Unterkarten, take out Württemberg. Genoa's joined a coalition. Or rather they've joined a Genoa-lition, and yeah. I did wonder about this. They've got lots of drill though, so they should sustain to be able to leave. So this time I actually border Augsburg and Bavaria. So I can actually take their province. I can take them out of the war super conveniently this time. What I'll do, I'll use my sword mana. Because remember, I'm only really needing it for one or two purposes here. We'll leave the Grand Company in. Get the Grand Company to complete this assault. I can just use its manpower. I mean, it's got a lot of manpower, so it would take a lot to use it, but you know what I mean. I can use it as part of its efficiency. Okay, let's send everyone onto Augsburg, repeat the process. I can wrap my way through some enemies real quick. Probably get the these guys to annul their alliances. So Bavaria are 122%. They ally a bunch of crap people except from Austria. So I'll make them annul alliance with Austria. Keep their other alliances and take them back later. So again, let's go like this. After this assault, I'll need to let them recover their morale. Excellent. So Augsburg will leave the war immediately. Let's maybe make them annul treaties with just Austria as well. Excellent. And then we'll take pillage capital. Maybe. We'll do something like this, I think. Yeah, I'll take your development, thank you. The aggressive expansion doesn't really matter one iota when it's everybody that would be in the coalition is the ones who are taking the extra aggressive expansion. And it does nothing but help my capital, which has its weapons manufactory now. Excellent. You can see my losses are a lot less now. And also, what's quite neat, is if I just bring this slider down a little bit, who said I was losing money while being 30 units over my... being 30 units over my force limit? I'm almost double my force limit, damn it. This is pretty good, actually. England are in Europe? Are you kidding me? They're not, like, staying on their island. What is going on, England? How are you here? That's incredible. Also, Norway and Brittany have started to get Canada instead of England. Are England not going for their exploration ideas and stuff? They're only now starting exploration. Whereas Brittany had that... Oh, now as well. They were just quicker at getting a colonist out. Whatever you say. Right. I'll delete Bavarian units. Nice stack wipe, dummy. I will take max money and ask you to annul alliance with Austria. I need to sit on more provinces to make that a reality. So let's do this. Then I'll probably need to start going for Württemberg, who destroyed Ulm. Okay, no wonder this Württemberg are no longer two provinces. They're so strong they took on Ulm. That's some true strength right there. So, let's end this episode here. I've just noticed the episode timer, and we'll deal with this war in the next one. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.